Well, I'm so excited to talk to you because I'm a huge Disney fan. I just moved from Orange County, California to Orange County, Florida. And one
Oh,
reason is I wanted to be by Disney World because the parks are bigger out here. This new project you're doing is so amazing. Behind the Attractions is coming to Disney Plus. Before we get into that, I just want to know your background on your love for the Disney parks before we get into the secrets of this series.
sure. I mean, I I, I love Disney.
Mhm.
I've always loved Disney, but I gotta say, when the show was greenlit, like I thought I had like a master's degree in Disney, but then after the show was greenlit, it became very apparent I had like an eighth grade education in Disney.
I'm the
So
same way. Yeah, I think I know it all. And then
my,
my daughter watches these videos on YouTube about histories about stuff and secrets about the Disney parks, and I was like, okay, I thought I knew stuff. Apparently not. You know.
yeah. And then, you know, basically my Disney shelf was like that before
Uh-huh.
the show was greenlit, and now it's like that. That's another
What?
way to explain it. So
I love it. Well, when did this get greenlight? I want to know about the journey of this. I mean, did you do this during the pandemic, or was this beforehand and just had to get
it
delayed, or?
it was half and half.
Uh-huh.
The show got greenlit because um, we had done this show called, I think we talked about it, Toys That
Yeah.
Made Us.
Yes.
Dwayne Johnson was a big fan of that show, and he posted on Instagram a picture of himself watching the show on his laptop.
Oh yeah, I remember that was a while ago. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
was
two
this supposed
days.
to be part of like the Jungle Cruise release, the original release, I guess, or?
Well, it's. I mean, it was not supposed to be that, but now it
Hmm.
is.
Okay, gotcha.
So basically, what happened was 2 days after Dwayne had posted that picture, I got a
Hmm.
call from a guy named Brian Gewirtz who works at $7, Dwayne's company,
Yeah.
and we had a meeting. We developed a show for a couple months. We pitched the show to Disney Plus. Disney Plus was like, we love Dwayne Johnson, we love $7, we love Nacelle, but we don't like that show you're pitching. What
Oh.
else you got? And we were like, well, we love the rides. And they were like, you mean attractions? We were like, yeah, yeah, attractions. They were like,
Yep,
oh.
yep.
So we developed a brand new show that became Behind the Attraction.
Very cool. Well, I'm glad this is like an official Disney one because, like I said, my daughter and I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. It's hard to know what's actually real now. I mean, for the longest time, there was that rumor that there had to put a basketball hoop inside the Matterhorn just to get a permit to build it, which turns out it was false. It was just for a break area for people who worked on the ride, the climbers, something they can play on. So what tell me some like tease me some stuff to get people to watch this. It all comes out Friday, July 16th on Disney Plus. There's 10 episodes. What little things did you learn that you like mind was blown about that people were going to love watching this?
I mean, I learned thousands of things,
Hmm.
many of which are not even in the show. Like
Oh wow.
they're like that, whatever. Um, and I'm also very mindful not to give anything away that's in the show. But
Okay.
here's here's a great example of something that it's not in the show, but I can talk about it, and I think I could be wrong. People might
Mhm.
find it interesting, but we did something called a third shift tour, and that's when you go to the park from 9 p.m. until 4 a.m.
Oh
And
wow.
I knew that I was doing this for a couple weeks, and for a couple weeks, I just assumed, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. We're going to be walking around the park when it's completely empty. It'll be so cool. Uh, the park was not in the slightest completely empty. I'll give you two examples.
Yeah.
One example, we were there in August. we saw in August a full wardrobe, everything rehearsal of the Thanksgiving parade. That
Wow.
alone was probably about 200 to 300 people.
Hmm.
Summer heat, full everything, rehearsing a parade that will not be needed for 5 months or 4 months.
Dang.
So that was
That's
one
crazy.
thing. The other
Yeah.
thing I saw, we were on one of the attractions again at 2 or 3 in the morning, and like there were 12 people whose full-time job was making sure that that one attraction was safe. This wasn't a bunch of mechanics that went around the park looking at all the attractions. This was 12 full-time mechanics, safety experts. All they did every night from like 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. was make sure this one attraction was safe. And every attraction had that. So it was this stuff that, like, you may not understand initially how much. Wait, here was my main conclusion, just to interrupt myself. Like,
Hmm.
it was like I started calling the parks like an iceberg. And what I meant by that was the public only got to see like 10% of the park. Like, if they knew what was done to make it safe, to make it fun, to make people suspend reality, like, they wouldn't even believe it. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's so expensive. My reaction from behind the scenes was like, I don't even know how this company makes money. Like, there
Yeah,
was so many
exactly.
people. Like, we saw this one attraction, I can't say which, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But if you knew how much money was spent to not only have like 10,000 people in an hour have less than an hour wait, but also all of that infrastructure was hidden. So you would be getting on an attraction and you'd be like, oh, this stinks. I had to wait 40 minutes. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars to make sure that you waited 40 minutes instead of 5 hours, A. B, so that you had no idea all of this infrastructure was there to
Wow. So
allow
we're
you
gonna
to
see
not
all
be.
this inside the series, though, right? This is gonna be awesome.
Some of it, yes, some of
Yeah.
it, no. Full
Okay.
disclosure.
Gotcha. Very cool. Well, so let's go through some of this. So you did an episode on Star Tours. Does that also include Star Wars Galaxy Edge, or are you just
Yes,
focusing on the
it's
Star? Okay.
it's all Star Wars, starting with the
Nice.
first meeting with George Lucas,
Ooh.
ending with the hotel that's not even finished being built right now in
Oh, I
Orlando.
can't wait. I can't. I'm gonna be there right there when it opens. It's right down the street
We,
from me.
we,
So.
we toured it while it was under construction. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, very cool. The Twilight Zone Tower Terrors also include Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, or
Yes, yes.
awesome.
So it's every phase of that attraction in
Hmm.
multiple parks.
Very cool. So I assume you mostly shot, I guess, in Disneyland because you're in California, but did you come out to Florida
No,
or
we,
maybe
we
Paris
shot
at all too?
we shot
Okay,
all over the world. We
nice.
would have done more in Asia, but COVID happened. But
Yeah. Yeah.
no, we shot everywhere. In fact, I was coming back from Disney Paris, Disney France, Disney Paris.
Mm.
I was coming back from there when COVID got serious.
Oh, wow. Well, I have to give you a big shout out. You did, uh, when COVID did shut down, you were my first interviews because you came out with the thing that helped save a lot of toy stores around the country. So bravo for that, man.
See, first of all, I don't think we saved any stores. I don't want to take
Mhm,
credit for that. But
mhm.
season 3 just came out last week. It's on Amazon. It's a toy store near you. Season 4 has already, this is some scoop for you. This hasn't even been announced. Season
Oh, cool.
4 has already been greenlit. So
Nice.
we're hoping that comes out in December.
Cool. Like I said, all these episodes arrive Friday, July 17th. You can actually binge watch them, which is nice because, like Loki and Disney Plus, we got to wait another week. So I'm going to go through. We got Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion, Star Wars, Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, The Castles, Disneyland Hotel, Space Mountain, It's a Small World, Trains, Trams, and Monorails, and Halls of Presidents. Anything else coming up for you that you're allowed to talk about before I let you go?
Yes, we have a show coming out in September with the History Channel called The Center Seat 55 Years of Star Trek. And it is a series.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10 episodes, the deepest dive ever into how Star Trek came to be. So that comes out in September.
Wow, very cool. I can't wait to
Oh,
see
and we
that.
also have a season of Movies That Made Us that comes out this month on Netflix.
Well, keep up the amazing work. I also want to give you a shout out. My friend David Claudinage from Toyzilla, his wife died in a, pretty bad sledding accident, and his daughter's was been in a coma and is now going through rehab. And you've been helping a lot with his campaign to help money to help his daughter out, basically
It's
learn
the
how to
least
walk
we
and
can
talk.
do, man. It's the
Yeah.
least we can do. That store and David in particular,
Hmm.
they were the first people ever to invite us for Toys That Made Us to go do a personal appearance. So
Oh yeah, the first
we have
season.
great
Yeah.
to go back with them almost 5 years and a lot of loyalty. And even if I didn't know the guy,
Hmm.
I'm not aware of a more gut wrenching story. So it was absolutely the least we could do.
Well, thanks, man. Keep up the amazing work. Everyone, check out Beyond the Attraction. It comes out July 16th on Disney Plus. I can't wait to see this. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, and we'll talk down the road of future projects. All right.
Thank you. Stay safe, man.